Hello guys, we're going home tomorrow. The trip has been great and the weather has been really good in Scotland. I've heard that it's mostly rain up here, but that was not the case for us. The weather was similar to the Swedish summer and it was sunny most of the time. It's always nice to be able to walk around with t-shirts instead of jackets. We started the week with some activities near our hotel in Glasgow, and it was a good start. We saw a football game, took walks in the city and by the river. Later in the week we rented a car for 3 days in which we went on a bit longer road trips to Loch Ness Lake, Glencoe, a whiskey distillery, and to the world's most famous golf course. We even went to some of the most famous islands on the west coast, including Mull and Abbey. There was also some things we never got time to cover in our blog. For example, we shopped in the city and bought some clothes and other stuff. We also went to see Pollock Courtney Park, which is a big park and famous park in southern Glasgow. The park was actually awarded the best park in Europe 2008. It came to be a public park in 1966.
That day we also looked at the Glasgow Cathedral, a really old and big church. It was built before the Reformation in the late 12th century. This church is the mother of all churches in Scotland and has been for a long time. The highlight of the trip is very hard to decide. Everything was equally funny and entertaining. So the highlight of the trip has to be the whole trip itself and all the small stuff that made it good. It was a very exciting trip and we learned a lot, both about the Scottish culture and history, but we also learned to talk better English. The Scottish accent is very special and we both grew to like it. Sometimes it was even funny, especially when we heard like the old townspeople talk with really heavy accents. One time we didn't even understand what the Scottish guy said at the pub because of his broad accent. But yeah, tomorrow we're going home and it has been a very nice trip and we hope to visit Scotland at some time again in our lives.